Sometimes simplicity is the best, sometimes less is more. And I would say that's completely my opinion and my feeling with this Christopher Ward watch. Welcome to another watch review here on Watch On channel. My name is Anders and today I'm reviewing this new, very ultra thin, manually wound mechanical Christopher Ward watch. This is the Christopher Ward C5 Malvern 595, and I will get back to why it's called 595. So, like I said, simplicity is sometimes the best, sometimes less is more. When we look at watches today, we see a lot of watches with a lot of stuff happening on the dials. We want all kinds of details, date windows, complications, water resistance, and stuff like that. Sometimes what we just really want is something legible, something classic, and something very nice to look at. And I really enjoy my sports watches. I'm mostly a sports watch guy, but for some reason I really begun to enjoy simple watches, to enjoy the simplicity of a watch. I don't really need a lot of different details, crazy hands and colors and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just really nice with a very simple watch. And I think that this new Christopher Ward, super thin, the C5 Malvern Air it's also called, just ticks all of the boxes with simplicity when it's at its most beautiful. So this is a real treat from Christopher Ward in my opinion. And let's just have the dimensions as always. Just short of 39 millimeters. Thickness 5.9. 20 millimeter lug width. We get 46. So all in all, super classic dimensions. Everything you want from a dress watch, from a very simple watch. I'm not going to show you the packaging for this watch. You can look back. I have reviewed a lot of Christopher Ward watches. Christopher Ward is a London-based, just outside of London-based independent watch company. They do British design, but they get their watches produced and in Switzerland. So it's Swiss-made watches, and I think they're really pushing the envelope regarding watches that usually would be much more expensive. So if you would find a mechanical watch at this thinness, it would usually be much more expensive. It's the same with the dive watches, the mechanical dive watches, the mechanical chronographs and stuff like that. It's like half price or even less than you would usually find from Swiss-made watches with the same specifications and same quality. So that is really a nice thing about Christopher Ward, that they do this. They make it more entry possible for people to get a nice mechanical timepiece. My first impression was, well, it's maybe a little too simple, a little too boring. Every simple hands, no second hand. Just Christopher Ward written beside 9 o'clock, sorry. But it just kind of grows on me. I think they really hit something special here. The logo here, Christopher Ward logo here. So it's really hard to talk about the dial being like the king or the star of this watch, as the dial is so simple. But in my opinion, it is actually the star of this watch, because it's everything you just want with a simple mechanical timepiece to tell the time easy and effectively. Being so thin, it's just the perfect dress watch. It's also just a perfect everyday watch. So inside this watch, it ticks the ETA 7001. This movement is only 2.5 millimeters thick. It's crazy. And then the rest of the thickness comes from the sapphire crystal, which is also, of course, flat, and just the casing. So ultra thin movement and ultra beautiful movement. Look at this movement. So I just mentioned the price and that the Christopher Ward really offers something special at lower prices compared to a lot of other Swiss-made brands. This watch is priced at 595 British pounds, which is like, what is that, like $680 or something like that. A very nice price point for a watch with these specifications. So Christopher Ward, stainless steel, of course, 3 atmospheres, which means 30 meters of water resistance. Just look at the movement. So I said, well, it's strange to say that the dial is the star of this watch. Having this movement, I think, well, either side of this watch is just a star. It looks absolutely amazing. So quick release pins on the leather strap with the very nice Christopher Ward logo here. 20 millimeter you get there. Nice dark chocolate brown strap. This is high quality. So remember some of my other reviews. I said that I'm not really crazy about the leather strap, and even reviewed another C5 Malvern watch from Christopher Ward. I said I wasn't really super happy about the leather strap. I think they could have done a better job with this leather strap. They did a super nice job in my opinion. I think they made the perfect choice. High quality, signed with Christopher Ward on the buckle, and it's just super comfortable to wear. Not completely broken in at the first minute you put on the watch on your wrist. It takes a week or two, but it's super nice quality leather straps. I think Christopher Ward really did something very special here. I know a lot of people would say this is too simple. It's even maybe a little plain or boring. I think it just is classy. It's a classy watch. So look at how thin it is. So let's have a closer look at the case here. Very nice polished case, which is just the perfect choice for a dress watch like this. This is what a dress watch should be like. Simple, easy to wear, fitting under the shirt cuffs. Here the watch is on my 17.5 centimeter wrists, which is approximately 7.1 inch. And look at how slim it is. It's absolutely amazing. It's such a joy to wear. It's so slim. It's so easy to wear, and weighing only 33 grams. It's absolutely amazing to wear a mechanical watch with such a nice movement, which with a watch that only weighs 33 grams. So simple design, simple hour marking, simple logo, Swiss made down here at 6 o'clock. Let me just try to zoom in. Swiss made. Simple hands. Everything is just simplistic and easy and legible with this watch. So what is also a point about this watch, in my opinion, is that you don't have minute markings. And that's the whole point. Well, seconds and minutes doesn't matter a lot when you're wearing a dress watch. You're not wearing a dress watch because you have to time something, you have to catch a train, or you have to do something at your job. You're enjoying yourself. You're out at a party or a cocktail party or something like that, and the minutes doesn't really matter. What is my opinion about this watch? Well, you already guessed it. I really like this watch. I really like the fact that my gut feeling when I saw the watch for the first time when I unboxed it, so I thought it's a little bit boring maybe, and it just grows on me, and I just really this watch really makes me appreciate simplicity in watches, simplicity in design, and I think that's kind of special when a watch really can evoke some feelings in you and change your opinion about how watches should be. You get a watch and then all of a sudden this watch just really changes your opinion. So I really think that this Christopher Ward C5 Malvern 595, also called the Malvern Air, it changed my opinion of simplicity and slim watches. And now I'm going into my thinking box and I have to think about if I'm going to actually purchase this watch. I think it would be a perfect addition to my collection. I don't really have that many dress watches, and I don't have any simple watches like this. So I don't really have anything bad to say about this watch. It is what it is. If you don't like simplicity, it's definitely not for you. If you want a super classy, affordable, high quality Swiss made dress watch, this is for you. This is definitely for you. If you have a very big wrist, then it's not for you. But still, dress watches are allowed to be a lot smaller than sports watches. So here at the end of the review, let me just again show you this stunning movement. You can see through the backside sapphire crystal here. What a joy to behold. I really like how an ETA movement, which is like a generic movement somehow, even though this is a very special, only 2.5 millimeter thick ETA movement, is so well decorated. Beautiful movement. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Christopher Ward watch. Remember to leave a comment down below if you have any comments about simplicity in watches. I would really like to hear your opinion about simplicity in watches. I would also really like to hear if you have any other suggestions for very simple, simplistic dress watches. I believe this watch is definitely the Daniel Wellington killer. I would never ever buy a Daniel Wellington, and if you should just spend a little more and then you get this amazing watch, which is something you can be proud of, and it will keep ticking away for years and years and years. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you would like to get a lot of more new watch content every week. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. You will find all the links down below and in my biography here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.